in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Hey, check mega.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
On the ball.
Now Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler. They'll take this to the 46. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Your back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Niners at 13-2 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Murray to Moore, first down, Arizona. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Loose inside the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray now running left off the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From just shy of midfield, Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Steal. Check steal. Ten cycles.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He finds his man complete. It's Chandler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st down, Murray.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing again, Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
A final shot before half for Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Chandler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Murray now. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, throw left side, and he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Murray again. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. It's Chandler, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short. Field. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And his throw here is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Locates Ertz going across the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Lance now to throw. Gets this one to use check. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Lance. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
136 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Murray now on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. There's Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go, set. Cut, cut.
And they will take a knee here.
To come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for San Francisco,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.